Good morning, and welcome to the Texas A&M University San Antonio 2022 Spring Commencement. My name is Dr. Mark Weichhold, and it's my privilege to serve as the interim provost at Texas A&M University San Antonio. We are delighted to have all of you here today, our graduates, families, friends, distinguished guests, and representatives of the faculty and administration. At this time, I will ask each of you to please stand as able for the presentation of the colors and the national anthem. The colors are presented by Texas A&M San Antonio's ROTC Color Guard. The national anthem will be performed by Spring 2022 graduate and A&M San Antonio staff member, Alyssa De La O.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reckless, the bones bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Thank you, Alyssa, for the wonderful rendition of the national anthem. This is a joyous day in which we take pride in our students and their hard work and their dedication. Because this is such a wonderful experience, we expect and we certainly want to have appropriate noise. Some of you brought only your hands. Some of you brought cowbells and other noisemakers. I encourage you to use them. Let's, in fact, check them out right now to see how well they're working. Noise! All right. We're off to a great start. It's now my pleasure to introduce the members of our platform party. Please hold your applause until I announce all of our individuals on the platform. First, Dr. Cynthia Teniente Matson, President, Texas A&M University, San Antonio. Dr. Rohan Christie David, Dean of the College of Business. Dr. Suzanne Mudge, Interim Dean of the College of Education and Human Development. Dr. Leonard Love, Faculty Senate President-elect. Dr. Izzat Alzmati, Chair, Computing and Cybersecurity Department. Dr. Richard Green, Chair, Management and Marketing Department. Dr. John Smith, Associate Chair, Counseling, Health and Kinesiology Department. Dr. Melissa Joswiak, Chair, Educator and Leadership Preparation. Dr. Robin Kapovic, Interim Chair, Curriculum and Instruction. Dr. Madi Fuentes Martin, Vice President for Student Success and Engagement. Dr. Jesse Peisers, Vice President for University Advancement and External Relations. Brandy McClellan, Vice President for Enrollment Management. Catherine Funk Baxter, Vice President for Business Affairs. Jacob Goldstein, Student Government Association President. Councilwoman of District 3, the Honorable Phyllis Viagran, our keynote speaker today. Please give the stage party a round of applause. As a military-embracing university, we'd like to honor our patriots who are with us today, including all active duty or retired military, and anyone who has served. Would you all please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your service. You'll notice that many of our graduates are wearing red, white, and blue cords. These are symbols of our graduates who are currently serving, as well as those who have served. On behalf of Texas A&M San Antonio, I thank you for all that you do and have done to keep our country free, as well as the sacrifices of your families. I would next like to acknowledge all of the faculty for their outstanding teaching, mentorship, and engagement with students in their pursuit of academic excellence. They have guided these graduates along every step of their academic journeys, and I know they're happy to be here today celebrating the achievements of our graduates. I ask our faculty to please stand now and be acknowledged. In the spirit of recognizing outstanding faculty, the College of Education and Human Development recently celebrated Texas A&M University San Antonio's 2022 honoree for the Texas A&M Chancellor's Summit on Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Today, we proudly recognize Dr. Lawrence Scott for his demonstrated and meaningful engagement in activities that promote a culture of diversity, equity, and inclusion within the university and the San Antonio community. Dr. Lawrence Scott, please stand and be acknowledged. Today, we also want to recognize our graduates who have brought distinction to themselves through their academic achievements. Students who have earned a cumulative grade point average of 3.9 and above graduate with a distinction of summa cum laude. Students who earned a grade point average of at least 3.7 but less than a 3.9 graduate with the distinction of magna cum laude. Students who have earned a grade point average of at least 3.5 but less than 3.7 are recognized with distinction of cum laude. Will all of the students graduating with the distinction of summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude please stand and be recognized. Each year, A&M San Antonio recognizes outstanding seniors for their significant contributions to A&M San Antonio through academic achievement, campus leadership and involvement, community service, honors, and awards. This year, 13 seniors were selected as the 2022 Outstanding Senior. Of these seniors, 2 are selected as the Senior of Distinction and given the honor of wearing the Senior of Distinction medallion during commencement. Today we acknowledge a first-generation transfer student graduating with a Bachelor of Business Administration in Management. Alandria And now it's my honor to introduce the president of Texas A&M University San Antonio, Dr. Cynthia Teniente Matson. She served as the second president of A&M San Antonio since 2015. Dr. Teniente Matson was born in South San Antonio, not very far from our campus. She has more than 25 years experience in higher education, launching her career in Alaska and then serving as CFO of California State University, Fresno. Among her many accomplishments at A&M San Antonio, Dr. Teniente Matson led successful efforts to become designated as a Hispanic Serving Institution and a comprehensive 4-year university, welcoming the university's first freshman class in 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our president, Dr. Cynthia Teniente Matson, to the podium.
Welcome. The moment our graduating students have been dreaming about is finally here. After years of hard work, of commitment and persistence, especially during an incredibly challenging couple of years, this is your time. I'm thrilled to be here with you and finally to return to our traditional commencement ceremony. And I'm happy and proud to celebrate with you and to witness this special moment with your most beloved family, fans, and friends. You, the A&M San Antonio class of 2022, you did it. As we've navigated through the pandemic and the disruption of life as we knew it, we never thought we would get back to some kind of normal. But despite the uncertainty, despite the losses and all of the challenges, you were not deterred from achieving your academic goals. For some of you, the path might not have been straight. It might have required a season of pause or pacing yourself while you juggled all of the other responsibilities in your life. And now here you are, commencing. No matter how straight or winding your path, you've arrived. You've demonstrated resilience, adaptability, and determination. And I suspect that your journey also had caffeine-fueled late-night studying, countless hours of cramming for exam, a seemingly endless stream of class presentations and projects, all while battling COVID fatigue. Through it all, you persisted and you have emerged stronger. The diplomas you are about to receive are the culmination of your commitment to perseverance, to breaking through barriers and obstacles, and to getting back up. At this apex in your life, at the finality of this academic achievement, you should stop and pause long enough to appreciate how far you've come. Look around you, take in the moment, and give yourself a well-deserved round of applause. I am certain that this generation, the COVID-era graduates, will change the course of history. In just 2 short years, our way of life and how we operate has dramatically changed. The pandemic shifted values and priorities, and in many cases, it solidified the importance of living a purposeful life. Certainly, how we educate has changed in ways both large and small, and now even how we define work is changing. Over the course of your working life, the world will continue to change at unprecedented rates. Science and technology are changing in ways that are unimaginable to us today, and yet we will be reliant on all of that tomorrow. Envision how our life will change with advancements in artificial intelligence, space travel, healthcare, digital currency, and so much more. This is the future that you will be part of creating, and everything you have learned and experienced up to now will inform how you do that. From this moment forward, you will be part of influencing how we live and work. To a graduating class in 2020, a former President Barack Obama said, and I quote, "The old normal wasn't good enough. You don't have to accept the world as it is. You can make it the world it should and could be. You can create a new normal. Your time is now. All that you've worked hard for and prepared for to make this world as it could be. Your best years are ahead of you. You're going to continue to evolve and grow. From this moment, you'll embark on becoming the best you. Walk in your strengths and wrestle with your weaknesses. Pursue a life of learning and refine what you think over and over and over again. Know your values. Hold them to your core and live by them. They will not fail you, even when facing failure in the circumstance. From this moment, you will impact the future for the generations to come. So from this moment, embrace every opportunity. Live passionately, dream big, and pursue your goals with the same focus and dedication that brought you to this point, your graduation. Class of 2022, you're forever a part of our A&M story, and you have left an indelible mark on our institution, just as we have on you. I look forward to visiting the campus one day with you as proud alumni and to see where your personal and professional journeys have taken you. We at the university, our leadership that's here on this stage, the faculty that are in the audience, and the staff around us at A&M San Antonio, we're all aware of the greatness you possess. And on this day, we recognize your accomplishments. You represent our collective success in teaching and learning, and we are immensely proud of where you are today. So I leave you with these words by the great Maya Angelou, and I quote, "I encourage you to live with life, be courageous, adventurous, give us a tomorrow more than we deserve," end quote. I trust that you will all go on to do great things in the world and that you will contribute to that better tomorrow. On behalf of the university, we applaud you, the remarkable 2022 graduating class of Texas A&M University, San Antonio. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Mattson. It's now my great honor to introduce our 2022 Spring Commencement Speaker, the Honorable Councilwoman Phyllis Villagrán. She was elected to the position of District 3 Councilwoman on June 15th, 2021, and is a proud native of District 3 here in San Antonio. Councilwoman Villagrán attended Providence High School and earned her BA degree majoring in political science and history from Texas Tech University, and later earned her master's degree in bicultural studies from the University of Texas at San Antonio. The councilwoman worked for many years as a teacher, so we know that she is committed to education. Additionally, she worked with the San Antonio Police Department as a community service specialist and held 2 roles with Visit San Antonio as the Destination Services Coordinator and Membership Sales Coordinator. In June 2020, she began working with older adults, working for Older Adults Technology Services as a community outreach coordinator and trainer, where she was a champion for seniors and technology. We are grateful to have her with us here this morning. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Councilwoman Phyllis Viagran.
Thank you. I am so excited to be here. Good morning, Jaguars. I am San Antonio District 3 Councilwoman Phyllis Viagran. I represent the south and the southeast side of this beautiful city, and I'm so excited to be here and represent the district that the Texas A&M University sits on, part of it at least. I'm honored to be here and share this moment with you all today. I wanted to thank specifically the faculty for their perseverance during this time. I know that you had many of your own struggles and that your students came to you with struggles also and may have wanted to give up. But we are all here today because of your perseverance. Thank you so much. Graduating university is no easy task, and I wanted to start off by saying how proud I am of each and every one of you. One of the interesting things about college is there are students from all walks of life who gather to educate themselves. And as you walked in this morning, I saw you representing so many of these walks of life. We need to remember that all of us go through trials and tribulations when getting our education. I want to give extra gratitude and congratulations to the first generation students, the working mothers and fathers trying to make a difference in their and their children's lives, the students living with disabilities, and the students who survived trauma. Congratulations on graduating today. I want to give thanks to the friends and family that supported you along this journey. They know it wasn't easy, but they're here today, and I'm so excited, and let's give them a hand. But I also understand some of you are sitting in the crowd and may not have had that support system. And to those students, I want you to know that not only am I proud of you, but I am cheering for you and your continued success. We are thrilled to be able to celebrate our graduations once again. You are one of the first official graduating classes able to celebrate in person. The accomplishments you made during university since this worldwide pandemic began should be recognized with photos and hugs. For 2 years, we were virtual, and not only did your degree take time and dedication, but due to these unprecedented times, you learned flexibility and resiliency and how to use a WebEx or Zoom. Many of us grew in ways we never imagined when the pandemic disrupted our daily lives. I know my life dramatically changed. When the pandemic began, I lost my job in the tourism industry here in San Antonio. I felt frustrated, not being able to work with the community. I knew I had to find a way to help others. A friend of mine told me about a program that worked with seniors and showed them, among other things, was how to use technology and get connected online. Instantly, I knew it was my future. The pandemic showed how internet connection and digital literacy is not a luxury, but a necessity in today's world. And I got to be part of ensuring our older generation learned how to use that necessity. But the public servant passion that was elevated to a new level did not stop there. When the time came for someone to step up and run for the District 3 City Council office, I knew it was my time to help others in an even larger capacity. I knew I was always meant to serve the public, but it wasn't until then that I knew it was time for me to represent my lifelong home and community. A former Texas and San Antonio poet laureate, Lori Ann Guerrero, once said, "If I'm going to give energy to anything, I'm going to give it to my home." After I was elected and sworn into office, I was brought into a swarm of historical votes and decisions. Millions for COVID relief, a $1.2 billion bond, budget season, and more were on my plate to decide. I couldn't be able to make these hard decisions and understand the complexities of this job without education. The reason I was able to get my quality education from my primary school all the way to receiving my master's in bicultural studies was because of my parents and the family's small business. My parents had full-time jobs that they stayed at for over 35 years. My mother working at USAA, my father for the city of San Antonio. With their high school diplomas and strong work ethic, they set out to make sure my sister and I had the opportunity to go to college. They believed that education and a college degree would provide more opportunities and were key. They paid for us to attend Catholic school, and my father, a child growing up poor, wanted to make sure he had the means to live and prosper, so he started a business, Villagran Softball Complex, out in Lozoya, Texas. He had weekend tournaments, and after a few years of purchasing trophies for the tourney winners, he would start to make them. And in 1988, opened Alamo Awards and Trophies. The tournaments would stop, and the trophy shop was staffed by my family members until it closed in 2015. When people ask me, and they'll ask you, how long I've been working, think back to your earliest memory, because I tell them, I say it was since I could count, because it was my job to count the coins from the concession at the softball complex, and my sister and I rolled them up so my parents could make the deposit. Whether it was helping count money or taking trophy orders for the Harlandale Chess Club for their annual tournament, the lessons I learned and values instilled in me are why I'm speaking in front of you today. To the graduating business students, remember all of the lessons you learned when you go out into the world. Our business world is constantly changing, and it's important that the next generation of business leaders are not only smart, but compassionate, empathetic, and use their voice for the betterment of their community. Remember that your voice is distinctive, and your voice matters. To the future educators that are graduating today, I hope you understand just how important that precious, your decision to educate the next generation is. I spent 7 years as a teacher. I was in graduate school, and a small Catholic school in Castroville needed a first grade teacher. I would drive to Castroville in the morning, and after the school day was done, had to cross town to the public university over by 1604. How I wish there had been a university in my community like Texas A&M San Antonio back then. But I enjoyed my drive over to 1604, and I learned a lot. I thought I would teach until I finished grad school, but I fell in love with it and continued to teach afterwards. Education is a calling, and I was proud to be called. My hardest job to this day is a first-year teacher of first grade students. It was a tired that some city council days come close to, but not yet. The joy, however, in taking non-readers to readers is a feeling that I will never forget. I remember my student Matthew coming up to my desk to read a page, and the light in